The relationship ends, not dramatically, just quietly. And somehow that's worse. And in the silence it leaves, you notice the job has been wrong for longer than you've admitted. 8 hours a day, building something you don't care about, coming home with nothing left, and underneath both of those, a question you've been too busy to sit with. Who are you? Not the relationship version of you, not the job title. Just who are you when the things that were holding your sense of self together just rearrange themselves? It doesn't usually arrive as one thing. You prepare yourself for the hard thing. You think, I can handle this. I've handled things before. And then it arrives as all of them, in the same week, sometimes the same day. This is the weight most people are carrying. Not one crisis, several, arriving at the same time, from directions you didn't see coming. And then someone tells you to breathe, or to focus on one thing at a time, or to be grateful for what you still have. And none of it lands, because they're right. And it doesn't matter, because you're not inside one problem, you're inside the rearranging. There's a reason nothing anyone says is landing, and once you see it, this week starts to look different. Here is what almost no one says when this happens. This isn't a breaking, it's a rearranging, and underneath the rearranging, underneath the grief and the uncertainty and the specific 3 a.m. weight of lying awake, carrying too many things at once, there is something that isn't moving. There always was. The peace you're looking for is not on the other side of this, it's already underneath it. Peace isn't the absence of chaos, it's the quiet within it. When everything arrives at once, there's a particular kind of disorientation that doesn't come from any one loss. It comes from what happens to your sense of self. Every version of yourself had something propping it up. Relationship you, career you, the you who knew what you were, building you. When those props shift, it feels like you don't know who you are anymore. But that's not quite what's happening. You're not losing yourself. You're losing the external structures that were holding a particular version of you in place. And that distinction between losing yourself and losing the scaffolding is everything. Because if you've lost yourself, you have to go find something, build something, achieve something to get yourself back. But if it's the scaffolding that's shifted, then you were always there, underneath. And what's needed isn't a search. It's a return, a clearing, a quiet noticing of what was always underneath the noise of those structures. Centuries ago, a teacher lost everything he had built, his home, his standing, the work of half a lifetime, in a single season. The people who knew him expected to find him broken. They found him quiet instead, steady, almost lighter. When they asked how, he said the storm had taken everything except the one thing it couldn't reach. He didn't escape the chaos. He found the ground beneath it. The same ground that's beneath yours, even in the rearranging, even at 3 a.m., even now. This week is not the week to solve everything. You don't have to have the relationship figured out. You don't have to know where the career is going. You don't have to know who you're becoming. What this week is for is simpler than that. It's for noticing that underneath the grief and the uncertainty and the thing that happened and the question you can't answer yet, you're still here, still breathing, still carrying yourself through. That is the ground. And from that ground, when you find it, even for a moment, things start to become possible again. Not because the problems are solved, because you remembered what was underneath them. You're not falling apart. Everything is just rearranging, and the peace within you is already moving.